everything will be done by Lakshmi Nrsimha only. But by staying in Patna, and he was really, really a great servant of Srila Prabhupada. And especially, I can tell one of the incident. There was a big festival, as such a big painting competition where 2,000 around children they participated, and that is such a huge, along with their parents, it was nearly 5,000 people visited to ISKCON temple on that day, and it was a great success also. So when he left last year, we could not able to do. So that is how the Prabhu's power. So I am very thankful to him and continuing his preaching activities also. And he's in Simla now, and still very frequently he calls me, and we are very good friend and a loving relationship with him. And thank you everyone for joining this session. I'll speak today about the timeless science, which is Bhagavad Gita. This timeless science I have presented in many places, including many churches in US, especially the community churches. And one of the father, he invited me to speak about the Indian philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. And in Tennessee, I visited to that church, is Tennessee Community Church, and then I took nearly 13 Bhagavad Gita, and whole Bhagavad Gita was taken by all the teenagers. Everyone was so they were very happy that India has such a great science, but we don't distribute this science actually properly, which is very difficult situation today also in India. So the timeless science. So before starting, let me just have a pray to the spiritual masters and Srila Prabhupada. Then I'll start. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pachanne Visheswanyavadi Paschata Destan Om Agyanti Mirandasya Gyana Jansrakya Chakravtam Jena Tasman Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakarpatarivesa Kupasindhaveva Chapattanam Pavanivyo Jai Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gauru Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. So, the whenever we come across, we go to any place in the world, people speak about the truth and God everywhere. Even an atheist, he prove his atheistic nature with respect to God only. So that is why this truth and God, they are not different, but we made it different. Why? Because like you go to any, like NIT Patna, I gave few days back a lecture. One student asked me, "Sir, why you mix truth with God?" So I told my dear friend, if you take out your consciousness from your body has no value. So similarly, God and truth, they both are same, but because of our different consciousness level, we make different kind of acknowledgement about this both the thing. So that is what the controller is called the Ishwar, and truth should be beyond caste, creed, nation, gender, all concept of narrow mind. And it should be open. For example, I give few examples. The truth must be exist beyond the boundary. If the truth is within the boundary, then it is not truth. It is truth for you, and it may not be truth for everyone. So always the truth must be beyond the boundary, and that boundary must be like I have given gravitational laws of gravitation. It was developed by British Newton. Does it belong to Britishers? It belongs to everyone. Laws of relativity is discovered by Einstein. Does it belong to Einstein? No. Einstein, I have visited his lab in Oak Ridge lab, where he kept his very old Bhagavad Gita on his table. If you go to Oak Ridge lab in Tennessee, is just a lab. Oak Ridge lab is situated between Nashville and Knoxville, and in between that, in the jungle area, they situated this lab. If you go just left hand side of his first lab, you will find a big Bhagavad Gita, which lying since Einstein was used to read those Bhagavad Gita. So it doesn't mean. So when you speak about the holy books such as Bhagavad Gita, Quran, Bible, it doesn't belong to any sectarian. It is for everyone. So that is what is Bhagavad Gita is around 5,200 years ago. In the battlefield, Arjuna got confused about his duty. So as he became confused about his duty, he took shelter of Krishna, who is a great, he is a supreme personality of Godhead, who has full knowledge. So what is the language of Bhagavad Gita? And Arjuna surrendered to Lord Krishna to remove his confusion. And Krishna instructions are compiled as a Bhagavad Gita. Complete instruction was given here. So when you see many in the 5,000 years back, Sutta Goswami addressing 88,000 saints or intellectuals today, what do you say? They he addressed in the Naimisharanya, and many people ask how this 88,000 scientists or great saints they came there to hear about Srimad Bhagavatam. And you see today in Mahakumbha 2013, in one day it was around 1.6 crores sannyas, the babas, they reached there. And after that, where they have gone, nobody knows. And on that day, I was also there. And this Mahakumbha, you can see today also, these intellectuals, they comes from different part of the world, and they gathered at a place and want to discuss, disseminate the spiritual knowledge all over the world. It doesn't belong to any caste or creed, and for Indian, it is for everyone. Anybody, they go out from their home, they can see the beautiful sun. If you are inside the home, you cannot get the sun. And that is how it is very beautiful that when we want to understand such an intellectual topic, we must come to the platform which is called, which is called the excitation level. For example, if a speaker is Einstein and Einstein is speaking, and when Einstein speaks, so who will give how much out of 10 scientists, they know that, oh, Einstein is the speaker. So they will give 10 out of 10. And when a businessman will say, oh, Einstein is the speaker, he may give 5. Okay. Ordinary people, they cannot understand the theory of relativity. Nothing can they can understand. They will give 1. And politician, they never understood anything. So they always give only 1. But when Krishna speaks, when Krishna speaks, everybody gives 10 out of 10. And this is what the Bhagavad Gita. So when you see the long history of Bhagavad Gita, you see there are many people in the all over the world, like Mahatma Gandhi. He wrote beautiful, when doubt haunts me, when disappointment stares at me in my face, in the face, I see not one rays of hope on the horizon. I turned to Bhagavad Gita, find a verse comfortable to me. I immediately began to smile in the midst of overwhelming sorrow. And those who meditate on Gita will derive fresh joy and new meaning from it every day. And Herman Hesse is a author of Siddharth, and he is a Nobel laureate. He has translated all Bhagavad Gita in German language. Long back, I was in Darmstadt University. I was working few days. From Frankfurt, I was traveling to Darmstadt by a metro, and I was just reading a Bhagavad Gita, and one gentleman came to me, and he asked me, "What is this book?" I told, "This is a song of God, and he has written this is compiled here." He told, "Oh, what is this book?" He told, "It is Bhagavad." I told, "It is Bhagavad Gita." Then that person that became so happy that he has written the Hermann Hesse's the Song of God, okay, which is he translated into uh, the German language. Okay, that's why the marvelous of Bhagavad Gita is a truly blissful revelation of life's wisdom, which enables philosophy to blossom into religion. And Huxley also, he also gave Gita is the most systematic statement of spiritual evolution of enduring values to mankind. It is one of the most clear, comprehensive summaries of perennial philosophy ever revealed. Hence, its endures value is subject not only to India, but to the all humanity. He was a great literary man, and he actually transmitted this Bhagavad Gita through, and then uh, Einstein also, he has also given very beautiful conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, and he sees this cosmos, and he became wonder. That is why, in the if you see in the all over the world, what is the spirit of Bhagavad Gita? It's given in Bhagavad Gita itself. It says, "Sa evayam mayatedhyam yoga prakta puratana bhakto sime sakacheti rahasyam ya etaduttamam." That very ancient science of relationship with Supreme. This is ancient science. Why we say science? Science is based on both theory and practical knowledge. When you say that two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, when they mix, you can produce water. But if there is no rain, you cannot produce water in that way so that it can quench the thirst of others. So if you see this one, your our telling and doing, there are lots of difference. But the science should not deviate from its true spirit actually. That is why that very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mysteries of this science. So, this is the beauty of this Bhagavad Gita. Who can understand and how can understand? And this is what Jnana Vigyan both are given. Language of Bhagavad Gita is devotion and surrender. One must surrender to Lord Krishna to understand his teaching. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. So, when we want to know the Bhagavad Gita, let us start with a science. What is the science? We say in the beginning, you see the human development stages. First, in the Bhagavatam, we have already read in the Srimad Bhagavatam is given. In the ninth day, you will see when Obham and Simon they mixed together, they became a some small lump of flesh 9 days. Then the 21 days, like that, it developed from half cell from the mother. The cell, the body started from one cell, half cell from mother and half cell from father. And so by the cell, by the slowly by developing one cell after another, and the cell division gives rise to your bone, nail, hair, different body organs and skins, and complete this one. And then this is very miracle. Although you can observe it, but you cannot do it. So, like that, uh, today people are speaking about many genetic replacement, especially CRISPR is one of the genetic editing, how DNA can be edited. Although we say that from the DNA, if there are some DNA which is affected by cancer cells, we can remove those DNA and replace another DNA where these cancer cells can be cured. So that is one of the aspect today, and one of the scientists got this year Nobel Prize for the CRISPR, that gene editing structures. So when he was editing into the gene structure, and they have claimed that you can remove all kind of disease or all kind of abnormal genes from your or DNA, from your DNA. You can remove all the cells and again reinsert the genes. So that is they could able to do for a small virus actually, which is the human body is very complicated to for understanding a virus. But you don't think that human cells are better actually, because when the God made every, starting from a reptile to a plant to a human being, God has given the same complexities in the design for all these things. And when this same design was given, the same complexity was given to even a small insect to the human being. You don't think that we are better than them. We also the similar kind of. So this way, the this miracle even we can see, but we cannot do, and it starts from single cell, and then a duplicate. We cannot duplicate this process. So long back, there was a great scientist. Okay, his name was the Newman. Actually, Newman gave a beautiful analogy. Okay, so first he started the self-replicating machine. For example, two computers come together, produce another computer. Two laptops come together, they produce another laptop. And can we do this one? So, like a biological self-replicating system was pushed forward by a mathematician, John Newman, in his lecture in 1948 and 49. And when he proposed the kinematic self-reproducing automation model through experiment, although people hear, but it still today it became in the pages of mathematics only. But the miracle is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. The personality of God has said, under the supervision of the Supreme Lord, and according to result of his work, the living entity, the soul, is made enter into the womb of a woman through the particle of male semen and assume a particular type of body.
क्या है वो है वो तो सुन के हमको हिंदी में बताओ.
So if this, you see, if this male and female, they unite together and this, they produce another living being. So whether it is a human being, animal, reptile, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. So this is the process everywhere. And so the formation of living body is a mystical coupling of the soul, which is the antimaterial particle, and the body, which is the material particle. That's why today all science we study about how to exploit the matter, but nowhere there is a study about the antimaterial particle. In 1959, two scientists from Stockholm, they got the Nobel Prize, and Srila Prabhupada immediately wrote. If you read the book written by Srila Prabhupada, The Easy Journey to Other Planet, Srila Prabhupada starts from the Nobel Prize in 1959 to in the Stockholm. He has written the article, and from the Times of India, that these two scientists they got the Nobel Prize to find the properties of antimaterial particle. And Srila Prabhupada was explaining that what is matter and what is antimaterial particle. Antimaterial particle, which doesn't polluted by the material atmosphere here. But you see, our body is matter, where our soul is antimatter. And combining these two is a great science till today. Even people that don't understand the soul, forget about material particle. So material particle also, we don't understand any material particle. For example, Brahmaji said to Lord Krishna, my dear Lord, if all the scientists could able to calculate the number of sand particle available in the earth, and that day whole complete earth will become uh, controlled by the human being, but nobody can calculate. Okay, so by seeing this one, then the next question comes: does any God exist in this universe? So before understanding God, other thing, we should study little bit about whether God exists.
देखो बॉय का फोटो था, सोलर
So,
सिस्टम का फोटो, ग्रहों का फोटो देखो.
so first, does God exist? First, empirical evidence. Okay, perfect design. You see, perfect design. Sun in the middle, and all the planetary system, solar system. You can see it exists, but you cannot control this. It is its own way. Who has given this one? A complex system, and the earth is at exact location. If you see, the radius of earth is this much, is 6,371 kilometer. Distance between earth and sun is 150 million kilometer. Radius of the sun this much. IIT Patna, I made for our IIT Patna students, so I put IIT Patna, a teeny part of the earth's surface. That is why I told you, even an insect, lot of complexity and design. God put lot of complexity into that design. That for a human being also similar complexity. We should not think that we are great. If all the reptile insects they will die, we will immediately die. If we will die, they will immediately will become blossom. They will be very happy. Similarly, I will tell a very beautiful story. There was a communist leader. His name was Mao Zedong. So he asked it in 1957. Okay. So during that period, communist country that became a communist country, the China, and then he came to all the farmers and asked them. And he told all the farmers that we can, what is your problem? He asked. So all the farmers, they told, no, all the farmers told that please kill all the rat and sparrows because they eat our grain. And then all the farmers, when they told that, oh, they are eating your grain, then this he told that, okay, they are eating your grain. That means I will do a sparrow killing movement. So he started developing that please kill all the sparrows. So they designed many kind of device to kill the sparrows, and then the sparrows were they became restless because they don't allow to sit on a tree, and as soon as they sit they make some sound, and sparrows used to die actually. And then all the rat and reptile, everything they started killing in the field. As soon as they started killing this one, then, oh, within 1 year, there was no rain after a year, and even the small I forget what is the name, they actually became so large that any field they could not able to produce a single grain. And at last the sparrows, they all killed, and the people, this complete nature became instability. Then within 1 year, there was no grain. Whole China uh, became so poor. After that, they started killing all the animals and started eating. And then China tried to understand that what is the problem actually. So you see, the nature is so complex, and we cannot. Then they started eating even embryos of the male child, the children's. So that way, this nature is so complex, we cannot understand. Even we don't understand our own body, which we possess here. So that is how the IIT Patna is tiny part. Scientific pursuits start through contemplation and the structure of the gigantic universe. So the fact is sure to make us humble. When you go in the outside and the deep sea and deep sky, you look at the sky, you will see so gigantic. And if we see what is our existence, and you go little above the sky, and in the flight you will see that the human being, there are innumerable cities, they look like a matchbox. So what to speak of when you go higher and higher space. So this must make us humble, and that is why people, by seeing the nature, they could able to understand. For example, another perfect design, a small banyan tree. What is the size of the seed? Is a very small, and what it contains a gigantic plant. It's so a huge plant, and within a small seed. Like in case you see the mango seed is bigger than this even banyan tree, but the seed of the banyan tree. And that is a huge tree, is which is called the nanotechnology. What today we say that nanoscale, it is a micro, it is a less than nanoscale, pico structure, maybe you can say. We have not gone to pico structure, but if you see a gigantic banyan tree, and you see the seed, it contains the full-fledged tree. And single cell grow through the cell division, and then bodies from an insect to human being, they are everything, they grow exactly like this by using cell division. Okay, there is a uniformity. So once one devotee, he was giving a lecture long back, so he said that when you see a Coulombic force law, they have q1 q2 divided by r square, and to charge divided by distance. And you take the gravitational force, 2 mass divided by the distance between them. You take all these laws, they are constitute certain uniformity. But we don't have a universal law. Till today, nobody could able to produce a law which can suitable for everything. And Earth is located exact distance from the sun. Otherwise, it is not possible to live at the Earth. If you Earth is near to the sun, it will very hot. If you go little bit above the sun, it will become very cool. So Earth is possible. There is a living being because of this one. And Moon also at perfect distance from the Earth, and its gravitational pull. Okay, that much it pull. The moon create the tidal motion. Okay, if that is not properly controlled, then whole water will splash into the land, and it may devastate the land also. And a cow, if you see a cow eat grass, which is zero protein, but gives us milk. Try to replicate it using a machine. So this is how the cow gives you the milk. The cow eat grass, which is zero protein, and he give all kind of protein to you just by you. That is why cow milk is another mother, because The mother, Srila Prabhupada say, cow, our mother gives birth to us, and she gives the milk also just to sustain our body. But cow milk, it uses for developing all brain structure, bodily, all limbs, everything it burn. It gives the strength. Okay. So we will take another example. If you see the E. coli bacteria, okay, so they are swim by rotating helical filament, and you can see here there is a reverse rotary motor, okay, an iron flux. A motor is about 45 nanometer. You may not have seen a motor which is size is 45 nanometer diameter, and different kind of 20 different kind of part. And at stalling means when it is rest, okay, so it produces maximum torque. Now also when we design a motor, everybody wants that this motor should give maximum torque at starting, but no motor could able to give till today. But you see the design of a E. coli bacteria, exactly there are starters, there are rotors, and rotor rotates, and there are bushings also. This way, this complete E. coli bacteria is so complex, a small bacteria. E. coli bacteria motor is so complex, what to speak of other living being, from reptile to birds to animals to human being. It's very complex. Human brain that processes information at a speed that cannot be simulated by supercomputer even. I said the ability to discriminate millions of colors, and then perfect order. Okay. Second empirical evidence is everything is perfectly ordered. For example, acceleration due to gravity does not change. Speed of light does not change. Earth spins in 24 hours, causing day and night, and cycle of birth and death and old age and disease. So if anybody will be free from, nobody can be free from this one. Like I will tell the story of the this is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was very famous, and if I have seen in California while going to from San Jose to Los Angeles while traveling. No, one part of there is a place I forgot what is the exact name. There he happened the house of Michael Jackson. So he was so famous, and he kept many. He had nearly 10 doctors every time to monitor his health. Exactly, he has a bedroom which is oxygen controlled. If you require more oxygen, it will feed you, and whatever he will eat, it is tested in the laboratory before he eat. And he want to live for 150 years, but at the age of 50 he ceased and he left this planet. So you can have more advancement in your material way, but this four thing nobody can be free. Hmm. So there are a great scientist, his name, he was Nobel laureate. His name was Pauli. Okay. So Pauli, the psychiatric assistant was Carl Jung. That time, Carl Jung was a great psychiatrist. So that time, and he was Nobel laureate. So Carl Jung and Pauli, they both were sitting on the fourth floor of a building, and he was giving counseling to uh, Pauli, and Carl Jung told that you are not happy now, and I am also not happy. So let us jump from here. So they jumped from fourth floor and left their body. So this is our condition. We pay the price when you try to destabilize the order. That is what global warming, environmental pollution, climatic change. That is what. You see, the polythene, when initially it was invented, and initially the toys, big toys, they used it to cover with, you can say, the paper. Okay, nobody can see what is there inside, and when this polythene came, they first removed that cover and put a polythene. So everybody can see, oh, inside there is a toy, very nice. So sell increases. Similarly, slowly, this polythene became so habituated today that all over the world, the problem of this polythene, this became another problem. And then climatic change and seasonal order. You cannot change the seasonal order. Summer, rain, and all these are the seasonal orders. Everything is given to you. Not nothing we can say that it is I have got the everything. No. So first thing is that drinking water, air to breathe. Okay, your water is given to us, and food to eat. Parents are given. Education is given. Intelligence is given. Nobody can say. Sunlight, moonlight, the relationship, an invisible guide that guides us. Everything is given to us. And it is how we are maintained actually. You cannot say that, oh, any scientist cannot say that, oh, I can create a drop of water. No, nobody can create a drop of water. So that is given by God only. Okay. Even if you add H2 atom of H2 and one molecule of oxygen, can you drink that water that that you are generating? No scientist live by that one. And food to eat also. And parents are given. If you have given, please tick which parent you want to choose. So you can choose. And that is how some are riches and some are poor. And some are happy and some are in distress. You cannot change this one. How you cannot change? Because some are rich and some are poor. This is man-made idea. Some are happy and some are in distress. Like once, Lord Shiva was staying in Badrinath. In Badrinath, initially Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati used to stay there, and they were taking bath in Brahmakunda and used to come. Generally, Lord Shiva takes bath at around morning 2 o'clock. So Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, they generally gets up around 1 o'clock. They go to for taking bath. So when Lord Shiva was traveling, going to Brahmakunda and called to Mother Parvati, as soon as both of them they came, and outside there was a small boy, child crying. So how that child came? So once Narada came to Lord Vishnu and told to Lord Vishnu that, my dear Lord, you are always eating and sleeping, and Mother Lakshmi is giving message to you, and you should not be lazy like this. And people will say that Lord is sleeping always. Why you are complaining about Aju? You are not working. So you should do something which people will appreciate. And that's what Lord Vishnu came and searched everywhere and saw the Badrinath is a beautiful place, and he wanted to stay there. So he came as a small child, and it was very cold, and outside this child was crying. So Mother Parvati said, oh, small child, somebody left here. Then Mother Parvati told, oh, very nice child. And Lord Shiva told, oh, don't worry, somebody is crying in this world and somebody will love. Don't worry for this cry. Then Mother Parvati, she is a mother, so she cannot leave a child like this. So Lord Shiva told, understood who is he actually. So Lord Shiva told, you don't worry for this, please come, we will go for taking bath. Then this child shouted again, cried more, and again Mother Parvati came back, told, no, 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 no. I don't want to leave him here. I'll take inside and at least cover some cloth. He will. Then Lord Shiva told, so if you will touch this small boy, whatever happened, that consequences you will take. Mother Parvati told, okay, no problem, but I want to take care because she's motherly always, actually, Mother Parvati. So she took inside and put, and Lord Shiva and Parvati, they took bath, and when they came back, they saw this inside, the door is closed. Huh? How it is our house? Who has closed the door? Then they understood that it is Lord Vishnu's plan. So they left that place. By walking, they came to Kedarnath, where they stayed in Kedarnath. They made a house in the Kedarnath. Okay. So that is what in this world, some people are happy and some people are distressed. You cannot change that. Bad thing happened to so-called good people. And sudden inspiration, like Einstein. In Einstein's life, if you see, his mother, father, they were illiterate. Till 9 years, he could not able to speak. So father, mother thought that Einstein is an abnormal child. And then at when Einstein is about he came to he applied to federal school for admission. Two times he failed. After two times he entered into the federal school. Then he was depending on friends' notes. When friends will write, he will just note it. He cannot write even. He was backbencher. And how suddenly he gave that theory, which till today nobody can produce. That's why all over the world, the people are thinking how to make an Einstein, how to make a perfect gene structure so that we can produce another Einstein. So that is called the sudden inspiration. And the virtue wins and evil defeat at last. So that's why there are divine revelations. Okay, the holy book, Bhagavad Gita, Vedas, Quran, Bible, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Guru Granth Sahib. There are holy books. Okay, they can reveal to you. So among all the holy books, Bhagavad Gita is the life science. Why it is life science? Because the life which you want to carry it out is given like a manual. And if you lose it, like in the neuroscientists, they say, you don't use it, you lose it. You use it and wire it. So exactly here also, you want any life, this is complete life science is given in this Bhagavad Gita. That is why adverses of your life only can be tackled by using this great science of Bhagavad Gita. Why? It gives both the knowledge about how to perform the theoretical study as well as the critical understanding of the experimental study. So that is what you see just yesterday or today, some spirituality and scientist group in NIT Raulkela, they sent me an article that two IAS, those who were toppers, they got married. In 1 year, they want to divorce. Why? Because never they understood what is the science of life. And that is why the great authorities also, the Krishna is absolute truth, and who there are great authorities like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Narada, Bhishma, Shiva, Lord Shiva, Brahma, Kapila, Prahlad, Janaka, Sukadeva Goswami, Manu, Kumaras, Bali, Yamaraj, they all told this one, the Krishna is the Supreme Personality. And Bhagavad Gita makes a person think. If we not touch in Bhagavad Gita, we are not a thinker. We may think that, oh, I am a great thinker, but you must understand that they think about only their body. They never know beyond their body or the extension of their body. For example, one of our professor in here, she was a HSS, Humanity Science professor. And she, last Saturday, she was telling that although we teach humanity, but we do not know what is humanity. But when I read, sir, the Bhagavad Gita, then I started contemplating that human values are much more deeper as we think as a humanitarian, a humanity faculties. So that is how a person who always act from the neutral position is a right thinker, which is given. Yaja samharate chayam kurmang sarvasaha indriyandriyartheves tasya pragya pratishtita. One who is able to withdraw his senses from the sense objects. As the tortoise draws its limbs within the cell, is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness. And what is right for all beings is the what is night for all being is the time for awakening for the self-control, and the time for awakening for the all being is the night for the introspective sages. Bhagavad Gita is a literature for those who can think. But anybody who starts thinking, in, taking interest in Bhagavad Gita, start thinking. If anyone they are interested in Bhagavad Gita, they start thinking. Okay. So that's why one thinker is sufficient to guide 1,000. If 1% people start thinking, 7 million people, the world will become Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The real problem is that we do not have right thinker. And to make this right thinker, you need to. That's what Srila Prabhupada has became. He gave this blessing by his blessing today all over the world. People they think actually, they think which is welfare for others, and they care, uh, give and care became two element in the process of devotional service. What Srila Prabhupada taught everyone, and that is how the when we have a super soul, intelligent, then mind comes the feeling, thoughts, and desire. But if the mind or individual consciousness is the influenced by I and mind, that is false ego, then the reflection is lost. You will have greed, anger, pride, illusion. These are the reflection. And even if it is there, you cannot understand. For example, I will give small story. When I was doing MTech, there was one of my friend, Pankaj Meena. He got first semester. I got highest point grade than him. In the next semester, he got a highest than me, and I became so angry on him. But even if he will joke, I will beat him very heavily. But the anger is not for joking. Anger is for that he got a better mark than me. Although it is there in my heart, I could never understood. But when I came to special association of devotees, I came to Sar and understood in within 1 year after reading Prabhupada's book, the completely I understood that yes, I was making a mistake. And you understand that you are not this body, you are, you have a higher purpose. So that is how the supreme consciousness, when covered with false ego, we cannot understand. Although these bad qualities is within in our body, but when you do art of sacrifice, so that can be little bit cured. Nimitta matra bhavasabhya sachi. So it can be cured little bit by doing some philanthropic work or giving charity. This will be clear. but it will not properly clear at all. So in Bhaktivedanta Club also, we do many philanthropic activities by Srila Prabhupada's mercy. We catered till today more than 20,000 children around this place and all over the world. It is not only in India, it is in the US, it is in Pretoria, it is in Tennessee, and many places we have this food for distribution program all over the world. And but when you go beyond all these things and Dimitta Matra Bhava Sabyasachi, when you give completely surrender to Krishna and his pure devotees, so what you get? Then you get pure consciousness. So greed became, the enviousness became mercy. Greed became mercy, non-envious. Envious became non-envious. And then equal to all living entity. Equipoised in distress and happiness. When you, in IIT, when somebody get good grade first semester, they will jump, oh, when they will not get, they will do suicide. Not like that. And truthful. So these are the reflections. Bhagavad Gita is a complete science. Science of both spirit and matter. From a holistic perspective, Bhagavad Gita teaches us how tiny we are actually, so that we can become humble. That's why the education is that it is actually education means to understand your position and become a humble. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna say, Vidya bina sampanna gamune go Vidya bina sampanna brahmane gobi astini suni chena sapakecha pandita samadarshina. Vidya means next stage is Vinaya. If you don't have Vinaya, humbleness, then that is not Vidya. Vidya Vinaya Sampanna. Brahmana Gabhyastini, those who are real Pandit, they can see everyone, whether a Brahman, whether an elephant, whether a dog or a dog eater, on the same platform. Daily bathing in the message of Bhagavad Gita will help us to revive our divinity, spiritual qualities. In conclusion, life as it is rarely studied in the modern education system, and too much association with matter lead the modern youth to utter despair and frustration. We must encourage our younger generation to take cue from Srimad Bhagavad Gita and similar literature. Then Sri Krishna, the Param Brahman, is the origin of original life. All forms of life emanates from him only. When one becomes self-situated, he make a revolution. So anyone want to make a revolution, they must take Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is written in Bhagavad Gita. So I request everyone, take it to your home and keep with you. If time permits, please read every day, not time permits, read every day. And if you are capable, will distribute to everyone. I remember there was a gentleman, he was the SBI chief manager of the Chennai. Once I was waiting for a flight and I was reading a Bhagavad Gita. And this gentleman was also sleeping. I had a 4 hour gap in the, because I came from somewhere, Pretoria, I was coming to India. So that time I had 4 or 5 hours. So I was sitting there and reading Bhagavad Gita. And the gentleman came to me. His name is P.V. Ramarao. The gentleman came and seated, and he said that for 1 hour I am reading something. Then he came and asked me, Sir, what you are doing? I told I am reading this Bhagavad Gita. Sir, I have a doubt. What is religion? I told him, religion is your constitutional position. Then he told that religion constitutional. What is our dharma? Is our constitutional position. He never heard such a definition of religion, the human being's religion. Constitutional position means your swarupa. uh, Now you are in the Korupa. Korupa means differently. and you must have been the Swarupa. And then he became so happy and he took Bhagavad Gita that day, purchased. And when I went after last year, I visited to Chennai temple. I saw that the gentleman is already retired 3 years back, and completely he and his wife, they came to ISKCON temple because both of the child is situated in America. So they came to near ISKCON temple. They took a house, and morning to evening they do very beautiful service. And they are telling, sir, I don't know, when I was we were taking some books in bookstall. He told, "Oh, sir, you are from Patna." I forgot that he is. You are from Patna. I told, yes. IIT. I told, yes. Do you remember somebody purchased a Bhagavad Gita? I told, no. Long back you gave me 200 rupees, one black color Bhagavad Gita. Then I also don't forget complete. Then he told, oh, you came from Pretoria that day, 4 hour. Then I remember, oh, I told you. Then he came and hugged me and told, sir, this was the gift. Whole life I cannot forget. Till my life is there. He's in the bookstall, always sit in the Chennai temple. Okay. So this is very great science when you do it. And there are if you have any questions or comment, you can ask. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Uh, I don't have words to thank you. मेरे पास आपको धन्यवाद देने के लिए शब्द नहीं है
I
क्योंकि
took long time.
no. Within very short time, actually, you agreed to give a presentation to us, and it's a very interesting presentation. I think I heard this from you for the first time. We met so many times, but even it is a very nice presentation where you touched upon various subjects. I think I have heard Prabhuji so many times, and he is very clear with very scientific way, and very clearly he's explaining the things in detail. Here he combined everything, very small snippets he gave about the Bhagavad Gita. So I request devotees to please ask any question to Prabhuji. He can he actually gives many humorous stories also, but we have very less time. We have very short time. Maybe time permits next time. We request with him some very good topic also. So now, Prabhuji, you have to bless us and you have to guide us.
I have not such qualification. I am
I'm
also.
requesting everyone, if they have any question, they can speak about it, और उसका अनुमोदन कर सकते हैं और बोल सकते हैं. So one by one, I request Kapil Prabhuji is from far off. He is from connected. I think he's there with us. Kapil Prabhuji, if he's there, I request him to.
Sharmaji, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Can you hear me?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Yeah, I've just come outside, but I haven't actually missed even a minute of Professor Behra's experience and talks. So it's been great. Just wanted to actually thank Sharmaji for just organizing such a gracious presence, and just bringing them on board to share their stories and experiences. The other thing is that when they touched on the personal stories, I'm actually outside, so I apologize, and it's very noisy here. So maybe Sharmaji, if you pass on the turn to somebody else, I'll just get out of this place maybe in another 5 minutes, and I'll just share some thoughts from my end, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Of course, Prasad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, maybe I request Vandana Mataji is there, or she's not here right now. Okay. Astha Mataji, if you want to speak something, and if you have any questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay.
It is pleasure to hear from sir. Many theories are quite difficult to digest at one time for my kind of small thinker. For me, it is very active mind required to attend the session, and few theories are quite difficult that I will try to understand later on with the recording. Like he showed us some mechanism of the motor. That part I didn't get what they were trying to convey, because I thought it is like they told about solar system, who is operating it we don't know, but we understand there is some supreme power. So we connect to the universe and we understand God exists. Then he gave the example of evolution, how human comes to life from fertility to the body parts are made with the chromosomes, and what is the spirit part that is given by God to us is not understood easily, but that is something we understand God with. So he gave many examples from scientific world and good reasoning to get to understand the proof of God is there. But existence of God with that example of motor, I didn't get anything about it. So, sir, can you explain what was he exactly trying to explain with that structure of the motor?
Oh, no, actually, there is a bacteria. Okay. That
Yeah.
bacteria is a E. coli bacteria. Okay.
Okay.
They exist in the fertility system in our body. Okay.
Okay.
So that bacteria is so small. Like today we are thinking about nanomotors can go inside your vein and clean your or passage. It will make passage. So this bacteria is so small. This E. coli bacteria is there exists. If you just take the look into this bacteria, okay, rotary, this bacteria structure is like this. So what it does, you see, this bacteria swim in the all kind of the impurities water. This bacteria can swim there. So what it does, it mix with the impurities, and that is the way of your mixture. You do a mixture in the house. You have a mixture. You just put it. There is some rotor which is rotating, and you can mix properly. Okay, this bacteria also exactly like a mixture, but it is very teeny actually. It is not, you cannot see also. The size is 45 nanometer. Means you can see that it is just a tip of the hair, you can say. That is the size of the bacteria, and that bacteria has the structure of a starter, a rotor, and a moving, you can see bushing also, and universal joint. Because this bacteria, why this universal joint? Because when it is the medium solid, this joint will not be large enough, it will be very small. When it is in medium of liquid, the joint will be long. That means it is some kind of a mixture in a swimming bacteria in many places in the earth. Okay, this is one of the example of smallest bacteria actually.
So, sir, are we trying to understand by this that bacteria is created by God and motor is created by humans? So, this
No,
is
no,
the
no, no, no,
example.
no, 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 not that one. I want to tell you
Yes.
that to understand this complex bacteria also, we don't have a capability to understand how it is made actually.
Okay.
If
So,
you,
God created. Yes.
how it is made, nobody, even though we can see it, you cannot understand. If this motor is available to us, next
Okay.
day it can, you can create another thing, that it can go inside your heart and it remove all cancer cells and come back quickly. So this technology is still is unknown to us. It is a small bacteria, we cannot understand what to speak of like a bird's body or reptile's body, a human body. Okay.
Okay.
So this is,
Okay. Thank you, sir.
okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful question.
Okay, thank you so much, Asta Mataji. Anyone else want to speak? Shama Mataji, you want to say something? Actually, many devotees have left after 1 hour time. Maybe they will be busy, sir.
No, it's okay. So, if they have anything, they can ask you also. No problem. Okay.
no issues.
Uh,
Prabhuji, what about your time? I did not ask you because we overshot 1 hour. So you have time or you are busy?
I have to leave now. Actually, there is
Okay,
another class
okay,
for
okay.
NIT Patna student. Actually, around 1:10. Actually, so I have to take food again. Wait for that.
No, okay, okay. I will not bother you anymore. So my dandvat pranam to you and my humble obeisances to you
Hare Krishna.
that you kindly agreed.
And then,
You kindly
actually,
agreed to guide us.
you
Uh,
beautifully arranging. Actually, wherever you are preaching. That is the great thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Dandavad.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Thank
kripa sindhubhya eva cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
you.
जय
Jai
थैंक यू
Shri
जय श्री
Hare Krishna.
थैंक यू सो मच
Hare
प्रभु हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू सो मच